I'm Sonny.
Hello, I'm John.
Hiya, my name's Ewan.
Hello, my name's Lachlan.
And this is 10 years in the making.
And this is the 10-year... I can't even remember what it was. I'm just going to get on with it.
So what can people expect from the 10-year show? Well, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think you could expect a lot of noise, as per. And just genuinely one of the best gigs we've ever put on. A lot of the older songs, a lot of the just best stuff that we've done over the last 10 years.
In Fleet Street, so we've got the Empire Police opening for us, which is one of the maddest sentences I've ever said. The Empire Police are amazing, like incredible, and we happen to be mates with them. So they're going to come and open for us. They're phenomenal. Strider, who are a brilliant brand new band from Liverpool, are going to open the night. And in terms of our set, it's going to be one of the longest sets you've ever seen us do, because we have got a lot of music to play. 10 years worth of music. We're going to be on stage for, I reckon, just shy of 2 hours. We're going to play a lot of old songs. There's going to be songs in this set that we haven't played since our first year as a band. If you remember our EPs, Dreams, Close Thing to Magic, and Neomania, basically every song off every EP, as well as all our new stuff, and even more brand new stuff that hasn't been released yet. It's a lot. It's going to be a lot. You're probably going to need to go to the toilet in the middle. I'm not saying with Taylor Swift, but it's going to be a long set, but it's going to be amazing.
What's your pre-show routine? Sound check, food, couple of pints, warm up, smash it. That's it.
What did you want to be when you were a child? An ice cream man.
What was it like performing as a band for the first time? Now, my question is, well, this question's a bit different for me, because obviously I only joined the band 3 years ago. So I'd say it was fun. It was cool though, because unlike a lot of bands that I've played in before, where you have like kind of a lot of musicians that don't really know what they're doing together, you don't have that when you join a band that's been going for 7 odd years at the time. So it was interesting, but it was definitely a learning experience. I think that would be my overriding thing, is that I've learned quite a bit, and that, especially for that first gig, that was the biggest thing, was like, oh, okay, this is my first ever gig, and I'm playing with a band that have been going for ages. Like, these boys are really experienced, and it was really interesting.
One thing you can't live without, if you're talking literally insulin. I'm diabetic, so literally insulin. I can't live without it. But realistically, one thing I can't live without. It's going to sound soppy. Family, friends, my girlfriend. Yeah, that stuff. I wouldn't be here without them, so.
What's one thing you can't live without? I'll show you. If I can get out of my pocket.
One thing I can't live without, I could be dead cringe and say my girlfriend, but I'm not going to. Sonny, there you go. Couldn't live without Sonny.
What did you want to be when you were a child? I had a few different jobs that I wanted to do when I was a kid. I wanted to be an archaeologist, then I wanted to be an engineer, and then I wanted to be a politician, and none of those really panned out, because all of them are really, really boring jobs.
Does John put any effort into singing in a Manc accent, or does it come naturally? I do not put effort into singing in a Manc accent.
Tell you, that man absolutely, definitely puts the effort into that Manc accent, especially when he's singing. The only time I think John wishes he wasn't Scouse is when he's singing.
What's the one thing you remember happening in the world from 10 years ago? So 10 years ago would have been 2014. It'll be 2015 next year. If we're going to go 2014, it would probably be, as a history and politics student, the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, which is a really depressing one. But if we're going to talk 2015, which is 10 years ago from the gig, it would be me turning 13 and buying Metal Gear Solid 5 for the first time in the September, and it was the best thing. I locked myself away for like a week after that. And that was during the Isle of Man TT. So for those of you who don't know, there's a big motorcycle race on the Isle of Man, and I lived on the course. So basically, I was locked in my room, and I vividly remember this, faced that far from the TV, and all I can hear outside is for like the entire day. It was ridiculous. It was good fun though.
Where's Sean? Who's Sean?
Key to lasting a whole decade as a local band: never go to bed angry, give each other enough space, and respect that the other person has their own friends and their own family, and that you need time apart to have time to be able to miss each other, so that when you do come back together, all is well.
What's the key to lasting a whole decade as a local band in modern times? What is the biggest struggle?
Bruh.
Is it really that hard to pack a tour van? You know what, with John Riley, anything is difficult.
Yeah, it seems it is really that hard to load a Vauxhall Zafira with a load of amps and guitars, apparently. I wouldn't know, I'm a lazy bastard.
Shag, marry, kill, the other three. I'm not going to do that. But I can tell you now, Ewan would shag the three of them.
What has been your favourite moment when writing a song? I remember, there's one moment specifically, I remember we were writing Somewhere We Belong, which, if everyone who's followed us knows, that's a very personal song to us and to me specifically. But I remember sitting with John and Lachlan, and we were going through parts, and Lachlan done his solo, and it goes into the little breakdown bit, and then he played this guitar part, and he done this big bend, and it just put goosebumps throughout my whole body, and I will never ever forget that moment, because that moment defined the whole song. So yeah, I'd say that moment for me.
What's been your favourite moment when writing a song? So we've got a song called Without You, and it was the first song off our EP, Skylights Forever. And there was a massive debate over the chorus with it between me and Sonny. And I got my way purely because I can play the guitar and he can't. So what we were doing, we were working in a music project called Encode, which is how we formed 10 years ago. And one of the producers we were working with, who produced our first and second EPs, Dreams and The Close Things Magic, Graham Lysett, friend of the show. I had this idea for the chorus, and I sort of played it a little bit wrong when Sonny sang his idea, and I got my way because of that, and I think that's quite funny because it annoys him a lot.
What are the cultural differences between Liverpool and the Isle of Man? This is one for me specifically. There's so many, it's hard to name. I think, firstly...
What is your workout routine? Most of the time, the only exercise I really get is from the table at which I'm sat, standing up, going to the bar, asking for whatever drink I want, and then going and sitting back down and continuing to watch football on the telly. That's how you get this physique. That's what it's all about.
Will you ever write a slow song? No, stop asking.
What would your dream company to work with or be endorsed by? I would say Fender guitars. I've only ever really played Fender guitars. I play a chocolate brown Telecaster, which looks like this. And I play a really lovely Fender Jaguar, which looks like this. So if I could be endorsed by Fender, if you're listening, come and speak to me. I can't play guitar very well, but you know, if you think I'm cool enough, which I don't because I'm dressed like a 1990s goalkeeper, but you know, listen Fender, come and say hello.
Do you exclusively play on really high stages to make yourself look taller? I feel like this is a question specifically aimed at me.
Do you exclusively play on really high stages to make yourself look taller?
Yes.